Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. Alright, I have a awesome video for you today, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Definitely stick with me. There's a lot of information to go over, alright? This week, we have double money on MC business sales. Alright, that is excellent. That's awesome. So this video is going to be a money guide for the MC business. Not only do I address standard income, I also talk about the double money income for solo players and for players who have friends to help out. I cover everything. We'll go over all this stuff in detail, and it's a lot of info, so definitely stick with me, guys. All right, let's get right into it. So I get asked this question all the time, especially during my live streams. I know for most of you this is old news, but we have thousands and thousands of new players that come into the game every week. And so for these guys, it's important to understand where to start out. All right, so the best and most profitable MC business. The first business you should buy is going to be the cocaine business. That is going to make the most money for you. So the cocaine will produce on standard income $420,000, and it takes roughly 5 hours to complete that. That's with full upgrades, okay, people? This is with full upgrades. Never buy a business without the money to get the upgrades. And by the upgrades, I mean the staff and the equipment. All right, you're going to need to have that for all of your passive income, bunker, nightclub, MC, all that stuff. All right, in some form or variation of another. The second is going to be meth at $357,000, and this is at 6 hours. Okay, it takes you that long. Now, there are separate sale options inside the MC businesses. Always sell the most profitable one, the one that will give you the most money. That's what all these numbers are based on, okay? The third best MC business is going to be the counterfeit cash at $294,000. It takes roughly 5.3 hours to produce that. The weed is at $252,000. It takes roughly 5.3 hours to produce that. And then the document forgery comes in last at $126,000, and it takes roughly 3 hours to produce that income. Now, a lot of people don't like the document forgery. I get that. I understand. But if you understand how it works, it is worth it. I have all 5 of them. I mean, it's worth it in the sense that it's one of the last things you should get, but any kind of income is going to be good income. If you notice there, at roughly 6 hours, you're going to sell around the same as the weed, you know, for that time frame. So, I mean, it's really not that bad. It's still going to be the worst, but, you know, you should focus on the top 3, the cocaine, the meth, and the counterfeit cash. Add the weed and the document forgery later on once you're established. But like I said, any income is good income, but focus on the top 3. So this is going to be your general method right here. And this method can be done solo, but it is more effective when you have people helping you out. All right, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. All right, so it's real simple, real easy what you do. You buy supplies for your passive income. That is the more efficient way to get this done, okay? So you buy supplies for your bunker business, your MC business, your nightclub. You know, well, the nightclub's going to automatically produce. You don't have to buy anything for the nightclub except for, like, you know, the upgrades and things. But you have to add that into the equation. You combine with your active income. So you always combine passive with active. All right. So basically, while your passive income is cooking, you are doing, you know, you're making money actively with things such as the CEO crate business, your VIP work, headhunter sightseer, your client job like diamond shopping, import export. I add heist in here, even though heists are not technically a business. It is active income, and it is the best active income, the best income overall that you can have in the game. So I wanted to put that in there as well. You simply wait for your supplies to be delivered, and then you start your active income. Now listen, if you are in the same lobby, you can start active income immediately, and then the supplies will get delivered when they get there. But if you decide you want to leave and do contact missions or some stunt races or a heist, you need to stay in that lobby roughly 10 minutes until all your stuff gets delivered. Then you can go and do, client or contact missions or heist, because it'll be cooking in the background while you're doing that stuff. If you leave before they get delivered, it will not produce. Okay. So you start your active income, and then you sell your passive when it's ready to be sold. Okay, so that's the general and generic basic method, and your income is pretty solid. It varies a little bit depending on what method you go with. If you're heisting, it'll vary a lot because heisting just makes so much more money per hour. All right, So this is your solo method, or if you do not have upgrades. And please, for the love of God, guys, do not buy your business without the money to have upgrades. But I know a lot of you already have. A lot of you don't even know that there is upgrades to businesses, okay? So let me go ahead and give you an idea of what you want to do for that. You basically, instead of buying supplies, you want to steal supplies. Now, you can still buy supplies. You can do that. That's not a problem. But if you're solo, it's more difficult. Some of the sales, like the post-op trucks, take longer. So it's just, it's not the best way to go about it. You can still do it. You can still buy supplies if you want. You're cutting into your profit margins, especially if you have to close the app or if you fail, even though you still make the money that you deliver. But if you fail, you're cutting into your profit. So the better way to do this is by stealing supplies. So you want to steal supplies. You want to do 1 to 2 missions, okay? And you're aiming to get between 1.5 and 2 bars of product. If you're around 1.5 bars, you'll just have 1 delivery vehicle. If you're at 2 bars, you'll have 2 delivery vehicles, but that is going to be manageable. It's going to be possible to get everything sold, okay? If you have 2 post-op trucks, you can get that done in the allotted time that they give you, all right? So what you do is you start with your most profitable business that you own. So for example, let's take all 5 businesses. You'll start with the Coke business. You'll do a few steel missions. Then you rotate to the next profitable. You want to start the most profitable business cooking first, okay? So you go with the Coke, you move to the meth, you go to the counterfeit cash, you go to the weed, and then you go to the document forgery. And by the time you get back around to the cocaine business, it should be cooked and ready to go, and you'll be able to sell. You sell all 5 in order the same way you sourced for your steel missions, and that's it. Now, if you don't have upgrades, it's going to take longer. This whole rotation is going to get bogged down. So it's important that you have your upgrades, but that is going to be the method for solo. Now, again, you can buy supplies either way, but it's just a little trickier. If you get post-ops, you have to close that application. You may get post-ops again, yada, yada, yada. So just keep that in mind, okay? So this is the profit structure. And this profit structure is based off of standard income. We'll get into double money in just a moment here. So net profit for the MC businesses alone, net profit after all time and supply costs are calculated or accumulated, you're looking at $140,000 per hour with all 5 MC businesses. Okay, that's net profit. You combine that other passive income with, bunker, nightclub, then you combine it with the active income that you're doing, crates, import, export, heist, VIP, client jobs. You're making between $500,000 net profit all the way up to $1.2 million. Now, it's such a wide range because of heists. Casino heists, are going to be, it's just so much money. I mean, you can make roughly $700,000 per hour on the heists alone, okay? But if you are strictly solo, you don't have anybody, or you just stick to the businesses, you're going to be making roughly an average of about $600,000 per hour. Now, it's actually a little bit more, but I wanted to kind of just go on the lower side, the conservative side, because a lot of people just don't believe that these numbers are true, but they are. This is what I do, okay? So, on average, if you're sticking just to the businesses, you're going to be making roughly about $600,000 per hour net profit with everything combined, passive and active income, all right? Now, let's look at double money MC profit, and it's dramatically different, just like it is with all businesses that are double money. Your sale is doubled. However, the supply costs stay the same, okay? That's critical right there. So instead of roughly $140,000 net profit for the MC businesses, you now jump it up, all 5 combined. Your MC net profit shoots up to $428,593 per hour. So if you stuck to just the MC businesses this week, you're making almost $430,000 per hour. Okay, that's some good money. Keep that in mind. Now, when you combine this with passive and active income, if you are strictly solo, you should easily be able to make $500,000 per hour net profit. If you have friends with you, you're jumping up and doing things like, the other businesses and the heists, you're upwards of $1.6 million per hour, even higher possibly. I mean, that is insane money, awesome money. And again, this accounts for everything. Now, let's talk about a few things, some tips and tricks, all right? Now, I'm a legit money grinder. I don't condone closing app unless you absolutely have to. If you're getting, just egregiously griefed. Every now and again, you're going to have somebody that's going to mess with your supplies. Typically, I just kind of let it go. But if it's like something that's like a habitual thing over and over, that's a problem. You gotta switch lobbies or whatever. That's fine. If you want to save your sale for that, you can close the app. If you get a bug in the game like this, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you spawn in, your truck just like out of nowhere blows up. You can close the application for that. That's something that I would consider is okay or allowable. Again, play your game however you want to. It's your game. Do what you want. You know what I mean? I'm just going based off of my principles and my how we do this. So things like that are okay. If you get the post-op trucks, it's a bummer. I get it, but challenge yourself. See how many you can get knocked out and get those done. But just keep that in mind. If you do not deliver everything, it's all right. You will still get paid for what you do deliver. All right. The only bad thing is that it doesn't record the sale in your stats. So if you go to your business and it says how much you've made, it will not record that because technically you failed. So you may have failed by one crate, but the rest of them you've made money off of, right? Or one drop or whatever. It doesn't record the whole thing. So that's kind of a bummer, but it's no big deal. Now, either later tonight or tomorrow, I will have a MC Business buying guide, and I'll have everything. I'll talk about the locations, all that stuff, the pricing. But real quick, just to give you a heads up, if you are buying your MC businesses and you're starting out, buy the MC businesses in the Grand Sonora Desert. There's 3, the coke, the meth, and the counterfeit cash, all can be bought in the Grand Sonora Desert. Never buy anything above the Alamo Sea in Paleto Bay. The city is okay. I would buy, if you're starting out, I would buy the weed, maybe the document forgery in the city, even though it's more expensive. It's just a better location. But yeah, if you're focusing on the main 3, just buy those in Grand Sonora Desert. But again, I'll have a buying guide later on tonight or tomorrow, so pay attention and look out for that. All right. So listen, this is a full money guide for this. You know what I mean? Most of you already know this stuff, but for the new people out here, I really do hope this helps out. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. I really do hope this helped out. I hope this earned your subscription if this is a first-time viewer. Definitely. If not, stick around. Maybe I'll earn that subscription from you later, or definitely the like or whatnot. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you all so much for coming out. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Make sure you smash that like button, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Yeah.